Right, so you're watching this on May 12th, 2024. Today's in fact the 29th of February, 2024. It's a leap year, and today marks me being 10 weeks and 4 days out from the show that I'm about to do today when you're watching this. And I've decided to not actually put any of this content out in real time throughout prep, just because I didn't want to add any outside pressure to me stepping on stage. With what happened to me at the back end of last year, if you followed along, I obviously walked away from bodybuilding and I wanted to get fit and healthy. And the reality is, it's not until you walk away from something you start to realize how much something means to you. You know, you can look at that in all aspects of life as well. I'm sure people have gone through it in relationships with people, with jobs, where they thought the grass was greener and then they've been on the other side of it and then they've regretted it. And that's kind of where I found myself with bodybuilding, if I'm honest, because it's been a massive part of my life for 10 years now. This is the 10th year, and May 12th, a couple of days after that, is my birthday, May 15th, which marks like the first initial catalyst for me even getting into all this, which is, you know, the 10-year transformation. So all the stars aligned a little bit this year, and when I made the decision to stop bodybuilding, focus on health, week by week, day by day, I found myself slipping mentally. And I don't like to class myself as a mentally weak person. I think I can handle a lot, but that was getting to me a lot, to the point where I was starting to close up on people. You know, my wife, she'd be asking me like how I felt about how I looked, how I felt about training and everything, and I couldn't answer her because every time I was going to answer her, the lump in my throat was getting closer to just tears coming out. And it got to a point where, like Christmas time, I went out with the boys, and after a few drinks, the question came up about bodybuilding, and I couldn't answer them. But obviously after a few drinks, they kept pressing me, to the point where I was sat there with tears rolling down my cheek because I couldn't talk about it. And a couple of days after that, I was like, this is not me, like this isn't what I'm about. I haven't put all this work in just to feel this way I do about myself. So I thought, I'm just getting back on it. And that's what I did at the beginning of the year. Got back on plan, got back to my bodybuilding training. And a few weeks after that, me and Callum got back together in terms of the coaching relationship. And then we started kind of making plans for what's next. The initial goal was just to diet down for Dubai, which is on the 17th of May. So we've got the show on the 12th, today when you're watching this. My birthday on the 15th, Dubai on the 17th for my birthday. So I just wanted to get in shape for that. And then, you know, the more you start doing the things that you've done, dieting, your cardio, your steps, the training, it's like, I've missed this. Even though I didn't really walk away for that long, it was like, I think I need to get in and do it properly. So I threw a few kind of show dates at him. The first one being NABA. I put a post up yesterday because I've now announced that I'm sponsoring the class that I was originally going to do, which is the class 2 or the heavyweights. I said, let's go back to do NABA. Then the more I sat on that, the emotional attachment I've got to the NABA show and winning that Mr. Wales title, with everything that happened before the prep and what got me through the prep. If you followed that series, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I thought it's not worth risking that memory in case I don't get it again. There's always a chance you don't win, you know, it's bodybuilding. You never know who's going to step on stage that day. And I thought if I were to lose that, and that would be the last memory I've got of that show, mentally, I think I'd be in a bad place, especially with how I started feeling towards Christmas time. So I thought, no, let's just do something completely different. So The plan is to do the PCA Northwest today, and then it's Dubai in a few days. So we're getting one and done. There's no other shows. There's no like 2-3 shows on the bounce. We're getting in, we're getting up there, we're dusting the cobwebs off, and then we go to Dubai and we enjoy summer, family holiday, etc. And then we assess from there. But the idea of this is I just want to take you through the next 10 weeks, all in one episode, in one feature-length movie-like episode, and I'll try and make it as engaging and as cinematic as possible. Obviously it's just going to be me filming it. I'm not getting anyone in to film this stuff. I will be putting a couple of YouTubes out in between that, but nothing will be mentioned about what I'm actually doing. This is obviously being recorded around that, so it's not that I'm hiding it, because I think a lot of people may be even guessing from my posts on Instagram that I am doing a show, but I'm just not like cementing the fact that I am currently on prep. So you'll watch this and you'll be like, ah, I fucking knew it. So enjoy the video, and if you do stick around until the end, I appreciate it a lot. And let's end by saying more for 24. That's the ethos right now. Rest day meals, lean mince and green veg. So I'm just on my way to Stackhouse Gym in Rayleigh, which is basically London direction, to do a double whammy with John Lofthouse. I'm going to be filming some content for his coaching and social media, posing coaching that is, and then John is going to be officially helping me with my posing routine, which was planned for last year. We just never got around to it because we're so busy. So this year I thought, because I've kept obviously this prep under wrap, I want to make impact. And I do enjoy putting the posing routines together. Obviously I've had Lisa Gelsey helping me the first year. Liam helped me last year. So we're stepping up a little bit and getting one of the best posers in the UK, I would say, to assist me on this. So should be interesting. I'll get some fly on the wall documentary style stuff down there. And I've sent him the track. It's all in place. He's had it for a few weeks, so we shall see what he comes up with.
So cut it from the yeah, and then you'll be standing here like that, and you'll hear the and then you start moving. Okay, go. Boom. I'm in bad situations up now. Thought I wouldn't make it tough now. Left my knees. Oh, thank God. Save me. Oh, shit. Boom. Hard fucking side drive. Boom, boom, boom. Watch me. Breakfast. Boom, this is the one. Good. Yeah. situation. Sit. That's it. Feels better?
Yes. Getting it now.
Yeah. Boom, boom. Just a little step. And then...
Am I going too wide with the step?
Just a little bit, yeah. It's my fault. I told you to go too wide. That's the proper amateur thing there. I'm trying to... And a real pro's like, nah. It's all in the edit, bro.
It's like dad filming at a wedding, bro.
Alright, so, boom. Arms out. Feel the fucking movement. Up, boom, sweep through. Boosh, lean back on the pose. There. That's it. It's a bit behind, it's all good. Hey. Big head. Throw the airs at it. Huh?
2008. And the difference between myself and every other competitor is that they always signed contracts after the Olympia.
It was a whole different mentality because you had to sit down and say, okay, look, I've worked this last year. Now I'm getting ready to do it. Are you willing to be a part of my success?
What's wild about that is it is still, in my opinion, one of the hardest shows I think you and I both had to deal with.
In for density today, which I've had to pull back on, unfortunately, the last few, probably 2 months now, because I did something to my trap. So I think we've all, if you follow me, we'll all see what I can lift off the floor, but I've had to pull back, and I've only just put them back in 3 weeks ago, so it's my third rotation back. I'm just going with 4 plates. It's not worth the risk. At 10 weeks out now, you know, obviously you need to keep lifting heavy because what built it keeps it. But when you weigh it up against injury, I'd rather like go a bit lighter than I normally can, slow them down, maybe get a few more reps, than risk fucking my trap up again and then it potentially killing off the prep. So we'll see what we get. Carl actually put a transformation picture up yesterday of my back shot, the year difference. Like, I thought my back was decent last year. Looking back at it, where it is now compared to last year, it's a whole nother level. Obviously there's still a lot more to do to it, but it just shows like the good thing about taking transformation pictures is you'll see the progress, and like you think you look great at the time, but you don't realise until you look back. Because to be fair, I looked pretty slim on the old back last year. So yeah, we'll see what we get with this now. On to leg press, 1 set. with a 2-second pause, 45 degree, high rep, or as many reps as possible. It's in the double figures. It's horrible. We're trying to get 15-ish, but it's only 6 plates. But we're still struggling to get 15 because you pause for 2 seconds in the hold, so it's just 1 set. I have done like calves, 2 variations of hamstring curl around all this shit as well, but you don't want to see that, so let's get this done. I'm on the clock as well because I've got school run, so timing myself, I've got 25 minutes to get this done and then train back. Right, so it's the 8th of March, 1 day before my Nathan D'Asher event at Planet, and I've got 2 high days, so I thought I'd just show you kind of what's been put in the mix. I'm not going to take you through each meal, we've seen full days of eating, but I checked in yesterday, lowest weight to prep, 219.4, which is like 2 pounds down from Monday, so in the space of like 3 days I dropped like 2 pounds, so he's given me 2 high days and then back in the trenches we go, as he says. So bagels are back in for meal 1. He removed those 2 weeks ago. We've got the anabolic pineapple. Those that are coached by me will know this is something I like to use in off season. So we've got well, I bought a little pack as well, so I think it's 100 grams per meal, 3 meals a day of 100 grams, so there's 500 in there and 80 in there. We're missing 20 grams. It is what it is. Just some steak for my last meal today and tomorrow. I'm using mince the majority of my red meat meals, but I thought 2 high days, let's enjoy the meal, so I'm having some steak. And then berries, which are in the diet anyway, but they're getting used by both myself and the missus. So we're buying berries pretty much every fucking day at the moment on a bit of Frank's, with a top up of the old cream of rice, because we've got I think, let me check actually, I think it's like 130 cream of rice on my post-workout meal. 125, close enough. So I've got, yeah, 100 pre, 125 post, with obviously berries. I've made the decision to remove peanut butter because those that have followed me and know me know that peanut butter is my kryptonite, and having it in the diet, I can deal with it if it stayed in a tub, but if I have a taste, the spoon is like in the tub. So I thought, fuck, let's just remove it. So I've replaced my fats in my oats and my cream of rice, when I've got them in there, with dark chocolate. So that's where we're at. he's a tired boy. Greetings from Bromley. I am in a hotel. I've been filming down here today at Muscleworks Orpington with Fuad and the gang. It's the Monday after the Arnolds, Monday the 18th of March now. So you're catching me smack bang in the middle of probably the craziest few weeks I've ever had in my life. To the point where, if I'm completely honest, I've been questioning if I've actually got it in me to fucking prep alongside all this. It's been tough, like. Obviously I've had my regular shoots on, and then last week I left for the Arnolds Thursday. And with these trips to the Arnolds and stuff, the content, if you don't release the content quick, it's just void, really. You've got to be on it. So I'm filming in the days, I'm staying up late, I'm editing. I think I had like 2.5 hours sleep the one night. I think I had 5 hours the night after, because I wanted to train the next morning. And then I got back home at like 2 a.m. Sunday morning, straight back home, back on the Stairmaster, then trained, chilled with the family for a few hours, went to bed, got up this morning, drove to Muscleworks Orpington, and I've been here all day. And I've just been copying files across because I filmed content for the gym of the boys training, Sam Sulek, Samson going back to back. That was pretty cool to witness. Ben Chow was down here, Ian Vallier's down here, Paul, obviously Samson, Sam Sulek, James Hollinshead was here. So it's been a cool day. And then I filmed the Bodybuilding and Bollocks podcast, which by the time you see this video, it was out weeks and weeks ago. But that was awesome as well, because it's kind of, you know, obviously I listen to a lot of podcasts when I'm driving, so actually getting to film it, produce it, edit it is a nice little moment for me. So that's cool. So I've just been copying the files across now. And then I'm going to get to bed. I just ate my last meal, which you would have seen, which was oats. Carl's dropped my food today, down to 200 grams of carbs on a rest day. Check-in reply received from Mr. Raystrick. He said it's a fucking mad look. He said it looks like you've done an off season on X amount of PEDs when you've actually lost 30 pounds in hospital on 0 gear. It defies all the rules, he said. I'm happy, like, to be honest, it's fried my brain with the weight, because we're still sitting at like 221 and have been for 7 or 8 weeks pretty much. It hasn't gone below that. Sometimes it fluctuates up, and obviously it's not all about weight. The most important part is that when we get to stage, I'm peeled. Obviously I've set a standard for myself in terms of the condition that I bring on stage, so that is the priority. So when the weight isn't moving, even though the pictures and he's saying he's happy, it still messes with your head. But we'll just be a robot as per usual. I've got a couple of busy weeks coming up, so I'm heading to FIBO Germany with Nathan Diasher and ESN in a few days. So that'll be a task in terms of handling food. I'm not sure like the availability of what I can eat out there. I'm hoping, with it being like the largest friggin' expo in Europe, argumentatively, the world, they're gonna have like some clean eating food stands that I can grab like weighted amounts of food just to get by. We're only there on a Saturday, fly out on the Friday, we're on the stand on the Saturday for a few hours, and then we're in Germany on the Sunday and then fly back on the Sunday night. So it's not like a full-on weekend like the Arnold one. So hopefully we'll be able to get through it. It's nothing I haven't done before on prep. It's just when you're on someone else's time, when you're obviously working, that is the priority. My prep is obviously still top of the list for me, but just above that is my work. So once the work is taken care of, then I can start thinking about like my shit, food, cardio. I'm not going to train out there because I'm planning on training like for 5 days straight leading up to it, and then take 2 complete rest days and then do some cardio when I can. The step count is going to be up because obviously we're going to be walking around the expo and walking around Germany, so not all Germany but wherever the expo is. So we'll see. But yeah, 221. We have discussed the potential of doing an earlier show. So I'm waiting for Cal to kind of give the green light on that, which I'll probably find out either before I go to Germany or after, because it's going to be a couple of weeks until that show then. So we'll see. But of course I will keep you all updated. I'll have my camera on me in Germany, so the next time you see me will probably be over there in the apartment or training, or well, not training but cardio or whatever, depending on what I'm able to do over there. So yeah. What a day. Welcome to Cologne, Germany. I am wrecked. And for reference, I'm not an ESN athlete, even though the tin says so. I'm still representing HR Labs. Liam, don't sack me. But obviously, I've got to wear this on the stand whilst over in FIBO to represent. So that's day 1 of FIBO, almost done. We've still got shit to do tonight. It's 6:15. Me and Nathan landed about 12:30 last night, got in here. I basically got to sleep at 2:30 and then I was up at 6. I'm wiped out and I've already done like 16,000 steps today with that little walk to the supermarket, which I've just been to buy some groceries. It's one of those ones where I've had to stick my juggle hat on big time because obviously different country, different kinds of meats. Look at that, chicken, sliced chicken. But today has been a nightmare because we thought we'd have time to cook food up, we didn't. Then we thought there was some fresh food being made, it wasn't. But we managed to get in on the ESN VVIP room, which had some like pre-made, well they weren't pre-made, but they were like cooking up these fresh bowls and stuff. So I had 2 rainbow bowls, which were like low carb, slightly higher fat, I think 15 grams of fat. So I've had 2 of those. I've managed to get some chicken and rice in me. I've pulled back on my carbs this weekend because I thought, just to limit the damage, we're pushing food up next week anyway because we're doing a mock peak week. So I thought, let's just pull back food and get by until I get home, which will be tomorrow night. But yeah, I've just been to the supermarket, so I bought 8 packs of these, which is 2 of them is like 1 meal of chicken. I've bought some salad, I've bought a pack of rice, so I'm going to split that into 2 meals. I bought some Tommy K, the most important part of my day, and there was something else, water. That should be the most important part, but it's not. Pepsi Maxes. It's a struggle, and I've also been very conscious not to drink too many of these bad boys, because this ESN Crank magenta flavour, I'm not sure what flavour it is, but it bangs hard. So I've had 2 of those. I'm not opening that today. That'll come for tomorrow. So we've got to go back over to FIBO tonight for this ESN team thing. The last thing I want to do is go over there, if I'm honest. I just want to jump on that thing behind me called a bed and go to sleep. So I think I'm going to go over with Nath, show face. I've told Nathan I'm fucked. I'm not even showering or anything. Well, I will shower because I'm going to go and do cardio now because I still haven't done it. Yeah, I've got like an hour and a half. So I'm going to go downstairs on the bike, get the heart rate up with some narcotics in my case. And then go and do that. And then I'm going to go over in these same clothes. I'm going to have a shower after cardio, put these back on and go over. And then that limits me doing anything in the form of socialising, like out, if I'm dressed in my ESN gear. So then I can come back here, do a spot of editing and then get my head down. For once, I'm trying to prioritise myself because I am wrecked. So there's a little update for you. I just wanted to touch base. I can't really film much over here because obviously I'm doing Nathan stuff. I've not got my tripod. I'm not going to take you down in the gym while I do my cardio because who wants to see me do cardio? But I just wanted to show that the struggle, the beautiful struggle, is 100% real right now. I'm not sure if the tiredness is coming across on camera, but I am absolutely fucking wrecked. So there we go. Little update for you. Of course, these are saving my day. Let's go and do this cardio.
The voice of bodybuilding?
Absolutely. You should always shoot for a top 10. I mean, it's better than Tonio's in terms of overall structure, thickness, muscle.
This is what I can learn and improve and get better and then take those notes. So. I love his initial answer, Bob. Are you being careful? What does that even mean? The most hardcore answer in the history of bodybuilding.
Listen, the train smarter, not harder, but past that, listen, man. As the young guy, again, this is the time to be doing that stuff, when you can recover, when you're having fun, the joints don't hurt. Listen, like in your case, right? Listen, I'm never be doing like a deadlift, let's just say, if I was you. I want to keep that waist small. I don't want a powerlifting body, blocky looking physique. By the same token, you want more arm refinement, or as, Tyler gave critique, you want to get a little bit of size in those arms.
Mince and green beans. The dig is well and truly on. As you can see from the face, well, the facial hair is gone, so that helps the look, makes it look a bit more like a prep head. We've pulled our mock peak week I talked about. Basically, I had a wobble coming back from FIBO. Not that I cheated on my diet. I was sitting there saying to Cal, I'm not sure if I've gone backwards with this trip because I just felt so exhausted and wiped out. It's one of those, your output's so high, your sleep is so low, your food is all over the shop because you're juggling it. I just needed to get home. So Carl said, look, just limit the stress and pull the early show that you're thinking about doing. I was like, mate, I really want to do this early show because I'm not sure how long I'm going to be doing this for. So if I can do an extra show in this time that I'm in shape, I want to do it. Obviously, if I'm in shape. I said, is it doable? He was like, check in when you get back and we'll go from there. So sent him pictures post-workout on the Monday after having a bit of a pamper day to myself. Didn't do any work. Hot bath, haircut, shaved. And he was like, yeah, you're fatigued, so check in Wednesday. Couple of days back on plan. We'll go from there. Sent him pictures Wednesday. He was like, okay, game on. So the mock peak week, I just said, look, rather than trialing a mock, let's just pull it, do an extra week of digging, and then next week, which is going to be officially peak week, roll into the show. Don't push food too hard. Don't do anything like, there's no magic anyway in peak week, but don't like go too hard, and then we kind of just roll in as we are with a bit of a top up on food earlier in the week. So we both in agreement that that is what we're going to do. So I'm pleased about that. So I'm 10 days out, I've just realised. I thought it was longer than that, but it's the 18th of April and the show is the 28th of April, so officially 10 days out. I'm not sure what I'm going to be able to document of this because this was never in the plan. As I said at the beginning of this video, one and done. But that's the problem with me when I start getting in shape. I fucking love competing. And that's what makes it so hard to walk away from this shit, is that I've not done it that long and I've discovered something that I really fucking love doing. So yeah, we'll see what happens in 10 days. But for now, I'm just digging until Monday. I think we're going to be putting food in Monday, Tuesday, assess from there then. You can't ever plan ahead for these things, and I see people saying, oh, this is what they're going to be doing, and that goes down to the PEDs and all that stuff, but you kind of got to take it as your body responds to it. So right now I think the plan is to look at food Monday and Tuesday, and then go from there, see how the body responds with this new tissue. I know that Carl's kind of approach for me on stage this year is to hold on to as much tissue as possible, obviously be in condition, but in the past where we've got ready so early and then we've tried to hold on to like the tissue whilst being peeled, we haven't had to do that this time. So I'm going to be able to like display more tissue on stage. Like I'm 217 this morning, some 7 pounder from last year, so more tissue on stage, still with the condition. The glutes are in now. There's still a little bit to come off, but I think a balance of tissue, you know, fullness and condition is going to be the look this year, rather than just being the most peeled one on stage, which, you know, it is my calling card, I guess. I'm known for bringing that condition now, but it's time to bring something a little bit different this year, and see how we fare with it. So I'm excited. I'm just in that zone now, digging, and it's good to be back, essentially digging, because I never thought I'd be I never thought I'd be doing this again. So yeah, we are 10 days out. Got a podcast being recorded today with Stefan, boss of Outlaw, so that'll be up on the Beautiful Struggle. So all this stuff you'll obviously see before this this episode anyway, because the plan is still to release this on the 12th of May, which is going to be the final show of this season, potentially forever. You never know. I'm not making any big claims or announcements. We're just going to go with the flow of the moment. So yeah, deep tissue in 35 minutes and some lymphatic drainage.
It just wasn't accurate. It's a matter like, you know, you send doctors that are just throwing certain kind of pills that people getting addicted. Like the design's right there in front of us, but all this other stuff has been designed by industries and markets to make things more
Kanye off on one again. Oh, gotta love it. Welcome to Manchester. The carb-up has begun. Well, this is day 2. Up in Liverpool yesterday with Nathan filming, and we are continuing the load today on Tuesday the 23rd of April. Show is on Sunday, so we run 750 carb yesterday. Not sure my body weight this morning, not letting it affect the head, even though it is. Sent visuals to Carl. He's asked for post-workout visuals later. I'm training at FLF this morning, so this is meal 1. The aim of the game on these days is to get food in as spaced out as possible and as early as possible, so that I go to bed with all food in by about 8 p.m. and then go to bed about 10, something like that. Depends what time I get back from Manchester tonight. So I'm not going to take you through every meal because this isn't a full day of eating video, but meal 1, 2 bagels, cinnamon and raisin. They have to be cinnamon and raisin. I hate raisins, but at this point in prep, cinnamon and raisins bagels, cinnamon and raisin bagels, go down a treat. And then 150 egg whites, 2 whole eggs and some veg. I have cooked the egg whites separate to the eggs. Something I do on prep, little prep hack, makes me feel like I'm eating more, because my usual meal 1 is just egg whites, 250 egg whites, 2 whole eggs and veg. So by separating the egg whites and the whole eggs and then the veg, it just creates a bit more volume on my plate rather than chucking the 2 whole eggs and the egg whites together, scrambling it all up. And also I like a runny egg, so I've got runny eggs, and that is that. Continuing the salt, 6 to 8 litres of water a day. I did 7.5 yesterday. 2 grams of salt per meal, which is basically like, I do 8 screws. I've always done that. And a bit of ketchup. So I'm going to eat this, do a little bit of work at the Airbnb, and then cook up 2 more meals, eat those and then train. So it's 8:15. The plan in my head was to eat at 8, 10, 12 and 2, because I'm filming at 2, so it'll be like 10 to 2 just before I film, and then that will leave me 2 meals to get in after I film, which will be like 5 p.m. ish, and then on the road, then home around about 7:30, 8. So how many days out do we? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 6 days out if we're counting show day, 5 days out if we do not count show day. We'll see where we land. And that is the carb up done. 1500 grams across 2 days, back on home turf at Planet for the final and penultimate push session. So at this point of prep now, you're not like, obviously you're not building muscle, you've been in a deficit for God knows how long. Body fat's at a extremely low percentage as well, so you're coming in and you're kind of pushing the nutrients around the body a little bit. and just getting blood in there, stimulating, not annihilating, as they like to say, and purely just kind of getting ready for the show, not doing too much where your body's not going to recover from, really. So everything got pulled back in terms of my sets from Monday. So I did legs Monday up in Liverpool, pretty much one set of like in the 12 to 15 rep range for 6 or 7 exercises, including calves. Yesterday was pull. Again, it was one set on like all the big movements, and then 2 sets on the isolation stuff like rear delts and biceps. Again, 12 to 15 reps, and also staying like 2 reps shy of failure. So you're really trying to like have a word with yourself in the sets and go, right, stop there. You feel like a pussy, but there's a method to the madness. So we've got the final push session now. It's basically 2 sets pec fly isolation, obviously, 1 set shoulder press, 1 set low incline, 1 set flat chest press, 2 sets tricep push down, 2 sets single arm tricep extension, 2 sets of side laterals, and then he's asked for post-workout visuals, and then it's rest tomorrow, little pump sesh Friday, rest Saturday, travel Saturday to Wolverhampton, dance in my pants Sunday. Weight went up by £5 over the last 2 days. So I was 217 Monday morning, 222 this morning after 1,500 grams of carbs across 2 days. So filled me up, did the job, feel like a water buffalo, but you're constantly saying trust the process at this point. So I'm trusting the process and being a motherfucking robot. Saturday, 27th of April, and we are 1 day out. It's been a week. We've been digging hard to get where we need to be by tomorrow. So final check-in with Cal. We've gone to baseline food since obviously pushing food up earlier in the week. So we front load the carbs, something we've tried and tested the last like 2 seasons prior to this one. So yeah, front loaded the carbs, and then just kind of shook our water off this back end of the week. No cardio direct anyway, just steps and stuff. Been having saunas. Did my last like upper pump session yesterday. Sent him visuals, he was happy. So yeah, this is going to be the final check-in now, and see what he wants to do with food today. I imagine it'll be baseline again. We don't like to risk anything at this point by like, you know, putting food in and potentially spilling. So weight was the lowest of prep so far, 215.4. Introduced peak max this week. 1 capsule with each meal from Wednesday, and then 2 capsules with meal 1 Thursday, 1 capsule. As I was saying, the light, I'm just going to continue because fuck it, 1 day out. 2 capsules with meal 1 Thursday, and then 1 capsule with each meal the rest of the day. And then yesterday it was 2 capsules with meal 1 and 2. We might have done that the day before as well, I'm not sure. Today we'll probably be doing 4 capsules with like, I reckon 4 meals. There'll be like 12 to 16 capsules of peak max going in today to truly dry me out. So let's get this check-in done and see what his response is. I'm travelling up to Wolverhampton today, leaving at 1. The wife was coming with me, but now my daughter's going to some concert tonight, so she needs to stay down here to make sure she gets home safe. Which means I'm going up on my own, and then everyone's travelling up tomorrow. So first time being on my own the night before a show. which will be interesting. Check-in time.
simultaneously they're together. A lot of times when I went to Los Angeles, I didn't see that. To me, it's
so they be like, alright, fool, you wanna drink chat, fool, nice socks, huh? I'm like, hell yeah. I love this brain. I can't help where I was born and raised. I can't help like the community that is a part of my NWA people like Tribe, KMT, we was tagging, and that was our entry point. So
to me,
folks that
every time I made global music, I almost made it by mistake. To me, the global music that you make, to me, it seems like you deliberately are doing this on purpose to please everybody. Is that something?
No, I go in the studio like a scientist.
More for 24. So that is all meals, water, done by 7 p.m. We were going till 7:30, but earlier the better. Give the body enough time to process and dry out. Peak max in, 12 caps for the day. Tan is on, obviously, as you can see. And now it's just me on my lonesome in the hotel. Me and my thoughts. I was thinking earlier on the way up, because the good thing about having to travel up on my own today, obviously I would have loved to have Carla here, but it's a boring one for her as well, you know. Anyone that's been to a bodybuilding show with a partner, we just eat, not really sleep, but just sit there in silence. I do anyway. But the good thing about travelling up on my own was that I was able to have a few chats to myself, number one. Because this show now, or these shows, this back end of the prep, I feel like my confidence has been rocked a little from getting ill and all that, and started questioning if I've still got it in me to do this, which has been like a constant thought throughout the prep, but more so the last few days leading up to, you know, obviously tomorrow. But yeah, I'm obviously confident in what Cal is saying to me, because he doesn't blow smoke, and he's excited, which kind of passes on to myself then a little bit. And as soon as the tan was on, I was like, all right, I remember how to do this now. So I'm a little bit more settled. But I was also thinking about like the whole prep. This is like the first prep that I've done now but I've kind of done it in solitude a little bit, because I've not really put out there that I'm doing a show, even though like there's a few people that know, and obviously I'm posting stuff on Instagram to keep up appearances, but I've kind of done it in solitude because I've not like put it out there, I've not put this timeline out there, and also I've not really prepped alongside anyone as well, whereas before I've prepped alongside the boys, etc. And as you know, the boys are still there, like those that are in the know are there, but it's like I kind of feel like I've had a lonely prep, if that makes sense, which is, you know, it's not a bad thing, because and it should be like this, is that no one really cares about your prep as much as you, and that's how it should be. So it's been nice to just kind of do my thing, but at the same time today it was the PCA first timers, which shout out to Dan Kingham, because he took the overall, much deserved. I gave him a pep talk the other week in Asda. Not sure if you're watching this, Dan, but he was questioning obviously his first prep and where he's at and stuff, and I was like, mate, first timers, you never get a second chance at a first time, never get a second chance at a first impression, so go and fucking kill it. And that he did, because he's got it all, he can go a long way. But obviously, like watching stories and stuff, he's got a crew of people up there with him, all his mates and stuff, and that was cool to see. But then I'm like also sitting here on my own. Obviously I've got people coming up tomorrow, which will be good to have them there, but again, it's show day for me. I turn into a mute. I'm normally the one that's got headphones on, hood up, in the corner, kind of getting in the zone. But yeah, just saying my thoughts out loud here before we do this thing tomorrow. So the plan for the rest of the evening is, I've got my laptop, I'm debating doing some work. I think I might just start with YouTube and Netflix or something, and see if I can't concentrate, because on prep it's pretty hard to kind of get zoned in on a series or a film. And if that does happen, then I'll just fucking switch it off and do some work, because that way I know I can focus on that, because I know exactly what I'm doing, and it'll kill some time. But the goal is to get my head down by 10 p.m. hopefully, and then we'll have a look. We'll have a look tomorrow. New trunks came earlier. The Iron Monkey. Last year ordered them. They didn't come late. They were just like pushing the time, and they literally got delivered 30 minutes before I left the house today, which was awesome timing. And it's not their fault, because I put my show date as the 12th of May, and obviously I'm doing an early one, but I did order them on the 3rd of April, so it's taken however many days that is, 24 days or something, to be delivered to me, because they hand make them and stuff, but I thought they would have been here in due time. But they came, which is a sign, I don't know, but they're very nice. I've gone with black, I've gone with colours previously, but I've gone with straight up black with a little bit of a pattern on them, and everyone that's seen them so far, I've said they are fucking smart, so yeah, happy with those. And that's where I'm at. Also, not sure if you can see behind me, there's a bed kind of propped up on its side. If you've been away on a bodybuilding show, the first thing you do when you get in your room is you move everything out of the way so you can get some decent side lighting from the big old window to take your check-in pictures. So I got in here, dumped my bags, picked the bed up, threw it on its side, took my pictures for Cal before I had my 5th meal, and it's going to stay there until I check out tomorrow. I might even just leave it there when I check out, and then they can ask loads of questions on why did he move the bed there. He was a bodybuilder, he must have been doing press-ups and sit-ups in the space. Fuck knows. But yeah, there we are. That's where I'm at. in the building, Sarah, who filmed FitX Leeds last year. So I brought her in to take care of the footage today, just so I'm not stressing about it. This is the venue, the Hangar in Wolverhampton. Very, very cold. I've been here since 8:30, second quarter tan. And then I was like, my car's right outside, so I'm going to go and sit in there and put the heaters full blast. So that's what I've been doing for the last 45 minutes an hour just to warm up a little bit. But now it is 10ish, 10:15, half 10. So Carl wants me to check in with him before I have my next meal. I've only had 100 gram of cooked chicken this morning with some almond butter, and then send these check-in pics to him, and then he will put my next meal in, which I believe is going to be just rice cakes, some dark chocolate, which is approximately 2.5 hours before stage. Got a couple of the boys in the building. Cheney and the boys have just driven up. See Sarah and Stella are here. Family are on the way up, so it's going to be a good crowd. I know 2 of the boys in my class, very good boys, but it's bodybuilding, so subjective. The main thing is I've beaten what I bought last year, which has definitely happened. I'm heavier, I'm in condition, and I've fucking trained to win. And I'll get up on that stage and I will fucking bust my balls to do the best that I can and hopefully come away with something. So we know what show days go like, and it's just about taking you along for the ride. So thank you for watching, and let's move into check-in now. Yeah.
It's fucking class, man. It's fucking epic. Yeah.
What do you think in terms of what I got going on? Like,
everything's here, bro. You're all looking, you're dry. Fucking. It's gonna dry out probably a little bit more as well now throughout the day. There's only thing, but yeah, good shit. Fucking good shit. Side shots in your blow up a little bit more, and as soon as you put it out there, it just fucking comes straight through like.
Show me when I'm up there, the fucking.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Class, bro. It's all.
Joys of fucking show day. 80 grams of carbs from rice cakes, 2 grams salt, 30 gram of dark chocolate, and then 750 ml of water to sip on until stage now. So he's happy with the pictures. He's happy, I'm happy, so it's all that matters. It's all that matters. caffeine, blue slush, ice blue slush, no stims, we don't be sweating my tits off on stage. So almost game time, I think it's going to be about 30 to 40 minutes before we're on. So I've been sat up there, so I just come back here to just kind of get in the zone a little bit, away from everyone. I've had my highs and hellos and thanks for comings. Now it's to headphones on, sip, listen and get in the zone, my girl. first place, shout out to Jamie Whitcoop. As soon as I step off, I'll go back to the seating. Fresh white one. On my day. Can't say it doesn't hurt, and it should hurt, because like, realistically, if you don't care, it doesn't matter, and it definitely fucking matters. So you should feel hurt. We didn't come here for anything but first. However, I always look at it, you know, in the real kind of picture or whatever. Carlton, solid, shape guy again. We were backstage and he said to me that he thought that I had him. I was like, you got me. Usual conversation backstage, and obviously his strength is shape, muscle bellies, mine is condition, and from what I've been told is I had a bit more mass than him on stage as well. I'll have a look at the pictures, I haven't seen anything yet. But that's the result, and we'll take it on the chin. We'll go and eat some food, and we will power through to the next show in 2 weeks' time, which is the original show that I mentioned at the beginning of this feature-length episode. So yeah, thank you for tuning in, for along so far. Thank you, Saf, for coming up to film this. Enjoy the rest of the show, because she's going to watch Bikini with Stella. We're all going for food, so she's missing out on the Five Guys to watch Bikini. And then I'll catch up with you in the week when it's back on my camera, with an update on what the plan of attack is for PCA. I'll take tonight off the diet, and the way I feel right now, I'll be back on that fucking Stairmaster tomorrow morning. Not that we need to bring more condition, but there's 2 weeks left of working. Not really, 1 week, because peak week you pull everything back again. So another week to dig, and then go from there. So I'll leave you be, and I'll see you in the week. Chug. It's 2 weeks later, after the show. Didn't really have it in me to film anything since stepping off stage, if I'm honest. Number one, I've been so busy with Magic Eye, trying to manage that workload of the travel, the editing. This was the last thing that I wanted to do. And also, after coming off stage, as you can imagine, mentally I was a little bit squiffed. You could say up and down, but it was more down than up for a good few days. I think it was like the Thursday I started to feel myself again. And you know, it's looking back at the pictures that I had through from Matt Thomas, a photographer for ForfeitX, I can see why I lost her. You know, shout out to Carlton, because he definitely deserved the win, and he went on to take the overall as well, which is sick. But you know, there's still people coming up to me now saying, oh, you got robbed. And it wasn't the case. Like, yeah, when I first got on stage with him, my condition was better, I had him in certain shots mass-wise. He had me in certain shots mass-wise. But the difference was I faded. And obviously when you fade, you go soft. Whereas Carlton just stayed, conditions stayed hard. So, yeah, that's what took the win for him in the end. Spoke to Lisa Gelsey as well, who's obviously one of the head judges, so oversees all the judges. So, yeah, took a few days to process that. Obviously going back and forth with Carl, and I was like, we need to dig, mate. So for that week, basically, I wanted to go zero carb, like go right down into the trenches. He was like, mate, the work's all done. You don't need to go zero carb. So we met in the middle. We went zero carb on rest days. And then on my last training day last week, I think it was, before the weekend, he cut my carbs in half, which is close to zero anyway. It was 90 grams or something. But anyway, we did a week of digging, which kind of reset me, ready for this next one. And then obviously we were back into peak week this week, and I've had a busy couple of days at the beginning of the week. But then I kind of learned a lesson in the peak week of that FitX show where I needed to prioritise myself. And I blocked out the back end of this week. So for the past 3 days, I've literally been home chilling. Well, I say chilling, editing, getting everything done that I need to get done. You know, sports massage, lymphatic drainage to be precise, haircut, sunbed, blah, blah, blah. And obviously the last 2 sessions, which just got my last pump sesh done. We did pull yesterday, push today. And tomorrow we travel up to Gateshead for the show on Sunday, so 2 days out now. And I'm a lot more settled, both with my physique, how I look, and in my head, how I feel, which obviously that plays a huge role. And I think that was probably what determined the look on the stage of that FitX show, was that I was in my head too much. A lot of people noticed it, even just me on stage. Not that I didn't enjoy it up there, but I was like obviously in battle mode, but I was also in my fucking head. It was like I was battling with myself. It's a mental game, the back end of these preps. But yeah, a lot more settled now, 2 days out. So this is the final clip for this feature film. I just wanted to wrap it up here because, again, prioritising myself with this show. I'm not filming anything. I was going to film show day and all that stuff, but I want to be in the moment for it, and doing all this stuff can take it away from the moment. You know, there's a lot of finals going on at the moment, final cardio sessions, final check-ins post-workout, final steps, final super supplementation going in. And not to say this is the final one, but this could be the final one. And I want to be absolutely present for it if it is, so that I'm not, you know, worried about, I need to film this, I need to film that, and then take the attention away from what I need to do, which is relax and focus on the show and enjoy it, most of all. You know, we don't put all this work in to stress yourself out and let it all go to shit on show day. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do this weekend. The boys are coming up with me. I think there's 4 of us. We've got an Airbnb, so 6-hour drive tomorrow. I'll be chilling. We've got a designated driver, and I can rest up and again truly be in the moment for this one. And then on next Wednesday is the big 4-0, goal achieved, tick, 10 years of doing this. And then me and Carla go to Dubai the next day. So it's going to be an emotional week, because I've come back from obviously what I went through, and you know, I managed to get back to it, which I never thought I would be able to. So So, you know, if this is the final one, then at least I can say that I've gone out on my own terms and not because something happened like before, and I've achieved the goal that I set myself. So yeah, it'll be an emotional week next week, I think, just with achieving that, and then obviously the milestone of the birthday and the shackles being off, and then obviously having a bit more freedom and making up for lost time again with the family from doing this prep, which has taken over the last 5 months. It's the 10th of May. I've been dieting, zoned in on this since the 2nd or 3rd of January. So even though this has documented 10 weeks, it's obviously been going on for a lot longer than that. So yeah, if anyone's like made it this far, because it is a long video, I appreciate that, but that's what I wanted it to do. You know, these are for the memory books for me. So if you have made it this far and you've watched the whole process, just take something from it. Is that, you know, if you have a goal and you want to achieve something like this, then you can do it. It's just a case of building the mental fortitude to do it, and not giving in, as long as obviously it's not taken away from anything else in life. So there we go. This is prep. I've called this now. This is prep. More for 24 the movie. And that's the end of it. So thank you very much for watching this. Like, comment, subscribe. It is YouTube. There'll still be content going up on here, but that's it for the prep for 2024, and I'll see you in whatever's next. I'll probably do a wrap up of the last show from Sunday after all said and done, so look out for that, and I'll see you on the next episode. Peace.